What is up, everybody? It's your boy. You know the name. Him from there. How's everybody doing? Um, been a very event like I always say. Been a very eventful month so far. March started off with war. Huh! What is it good for? All the rich people in Trump. War is never really good for anybody. People die. It's not a fun thing to talk about. It sucks that our country cannot come to a peaceful I guess agreement with whatever they're going on with Iran. I've heard the name Iran since I was a child. We've been fighting with them for years, and I guess this is another notch in that whatever going on between oil and nuclear weapons and whatever. I don't know. We always disagree with whatever is going on in the Middle East, and I understand stopping people from bombing people for no reason and having nuclear weapons that can lead to a nuclear war. Nobody wants that and everything, but I don't know. It seems like other presidents, different presidents, have different opinions on ways to solve the Middle Eastern stuff. But it's always good when we have a president that can come to a peaceful resolution to it. But fortunately, our president is has a very big ego, and he thinks that he's I don't know. When you give people power, sometimes they just think that they can do whatever the hell they want. Our president has proved that numerous times that he does whatever the fuck he wants to do. So that's why we our military is in the Middle East fighting a war, and our gas is up and everything. When when gas goes up, everything prices. It trickles down. Gas goes up. People have to spend more money on gas, spend more money on food because of gas, because of it's hard to get stuff over here. Shipped in boats. Boats take gas. Everything takes gas, oil, whatever, all that shit. So it all just circles, and we seem to suffer for it, for a war that we didn't even fucking have a vote or what you call it, a reason. We didn't even have like no answer. Like once the country goes to war, it's not like they come and go door to door and be like, "Hey, you want to go to? We going to war? You good?" No, they don't ask us shit. So we just have to go with whatever the hell they're doing, and we get affected by it, and it sucks. But that's what that's where we at with that. So war, like I said, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Um, let's see. The Oscars. I'm gonna touch on the Oscars. I'm a big Oscar guy. Um, I watched all 10 of the Best Picture nominees, and the one that I wanted to win won. So I feel good. One battle after another. Very, very good movie. I think it was. I think it was the best movie of the year. It's the best movie I watched all year. I enjoyed watching it. The acting was superb. Leo is Leo. He's the fucking goat. Not the goat, but he's one of the goats. He's up there with Denzel and Leo. DiCaprio does such a good job acting. Like, and when he's in a movie, it's like he's fucking flawless, man. It's like he's not even acting. He's just. I mean, he's acting, but he's just. I don't know. He takes it to another level. And whenever Leo is in something, I'm all for it. So shout out to one battle after another. That was a very, very good movie, and I'm glad that it won Best Picture. Sinners was good, yes. I'm glad Ryan Coogler won for Best Original Screenplay because it was an original screenplay written by a black guy, and it was good. I mean, the movie was great, but I didn't think it was the best movie I've seen all year or the best movie of the year. I think the best movie of the year won. Um, Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan for winning Best Actor. I picked that. I wanted him to win Best Actor because whenever you can play fucking two people that are twins with different personalities. That shit ain't fucking easy as an actor. I mean, I'm not an actor. It's one of the things I've always wanted to do, and that shit looks hard as fuck for him to go in there and play two people. So he did that, and they awarded him for it, and I'm glad he deserved that Oscar for real. That was a very, very good performance, and I'm glad he was rewarded for it. Great, 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 great thing, great thing, great thing. It was a good show, long as hell as usual, but it's a given, and you're gonna be sitting there for about 3.5 hours. I think Conan O'Brien did a good job. I'm a Conan guy. I'm a big Conan guy. I like Conan. Makes me laugh. He's been making me laugh since I was a fucking teenager. Standing up past um the late show. I'm past watching the late show or whatever, or Letterman or Leno and everything. I stayed up to watch Conan. He was after everybody else. So shout out to Conan O'Brien. Did a good job. Made me laugh. Did what he had to do. You know. Um, it's funny when what's the other the K-pop Demon Hunters girls won best original song for Golden, which that song took over the effing world. So Shout out to that. I let my daughter watch the performance. They had a great performance. It was funny to see all the people in the crowd, jamming to that shit because they have kids too, so they know that that song has taken over their that whole soundtrack and movie has taken over their lives. So they were jamming. You could tell who had kids and who didn't. It was funny to look at them. They were like, "Yeah, they know that because they have kids and that shit took over the world for real, man." So shout out to the K-pop girls for winning.
Congratulations. Well done.
Um, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I've been saying and posting on Facebook all summer, man. Like I've been saying, that K-pop shit is that movie was excellent. It's just not just the kid movie. You could sit. It has a good story, had action, had humor, and the music was amazing, man. So you couldn't help but sing about. You couldn't help but sing along on road trips this summer or this past summer or anywhere, and the girls are sitting there singing them songs, and I'm singing them right along with them, and watching the movie in the car on long road trips, man. It definitely deserved all the hype and all the awards that it's been getting. Definitely deserved, and they approved a sequel, so we'll getting K-pop Demon Hunters too. So I can't wait for that. And I know my girls. Well, maybe it depends on when it comes out, but I don't think they're gonna age out of this too far. They're 7 and 10, so and 15. I don't know. Blake, my oldest, might age out of it, but we'll see. Like I don't see how you can age out of that shit because, like I said, I'm fucking 47 and I enjoy that shit. So we'll see, but it's all good. I'm glad those girls are getting the awards for the all the music and the movie and everything. It's definitely well worth it. I want to talk about famous people since we're on the Oscar tip and everything. Famous people. And one question I have about I've always said the same thing. Fame. Like with right now with Rihanna, it's gonna like with Rihanna when those people that whatever that crazy girl shot into our house. Like that's fucking crazy that somebody would get a gun and just shoot into your home because they don't like you because you I don't know. Like I said, fame, the price of fame costs too much, and that's something I don't know. Sometimes being too famous, I don't know. That shit looks scary, man. It's a lot of things that people don't take into account with these celebrities that they have to go through and do, and just to try to have some type of normality in their lives. But somebody taking a shot at your house that's crazy. But back to what my topic, what I'm saying, famous people. Why, like, what point is as fame do you get? And it's mostly it's even men, just men and women. It's both famous people. Period. Why do they change their face? Like, why do they get the plat? Well, I know they have to look a certain way. They feel they have to stay young and look young forever. Look, we're not gonna look young forever. None of us. None of us. We are all going to get old. Our faces are going to start getting older. I guess if you take care of your face a certain way, you won't age as fast. I don't know, whatever. But we're all have to accept that our faces are going to get older. And I guess as an actor and actress, Hollywood is a different. That's a different situation for those people. They have to keep young for roles or keep a certain look for their roles. Women, men too. But why do they go to that extreme and they all get that? I feel like they all get that same face, that same. I know you had plastic surgery face, but we're not supposed to notice that shit. Like I don't get it. Like you clearly you have clearly done something to your face, and there's a lot of that stick out, and you're like, and it's like, I guess it's rude to say something, but I've been on Seinfeld when Kramer told that girl, "You look good. You just need a nose job." Like some people, I don't know, and I think it should be reversed with some people. It's like the people that do get the plastic surgery, somebody needs to tell them, like, what you do? Why your face look like that? Like they need some old black aunts. Like they need to show up at Thanksgiving, and you have like a few. Everybody has like a few aunts that will tell you to your face, shit that unfiltered shit about your weight, about your face, about anything. Like they need some of these famous people that do that shit to their face need those type of people, or at least that experience in their lives. Like to need to show up somewhere and somebody just tell them, "What the fuck did you do to your face?" You know that we can see this shit, right? Like, how do you hide that? Like it looks weird. Your cheekbones are all filled up, or your nose looks funny. Your skin looks like it's just weird. Like Sylvester Stallone for a little while. I guess he got his shit fixed, but for a little while, whatever the fuck he did to his face was looking fucking weird. Meg Ryan, Lil Kim, obviously. I guess she's black famous, but still. Mickey Rourke fucked his face up. There's a few of them. It's a few, and I'm sorry, I'm not body shaming. I don't want to get canceled before I get a following on my podcast and shit. But damn, some of y'all people, man, just be messing your face up. And then we supposed to just sit back and act like that shit ain't happened. Like that shit don't look weird. We just supposed to sit, Like I wouldn't like. I'm glad I don't have any close friends. I would just walk out the room. I guess because I can't be rude to you. I'm like, what did you do to your face? Like, why did you do that? Like, just age with grace. Maybe some moisturizer or some a skincare routine. But there's no need for you to go under the knife to fix that shit and pull your skin looking all tight. We know you did something. Like I guess they feel that like we know you did something to your face. There's no other way that your face did that on purpose. You did something to your face, and we can't help but not fucking notice that shit. Not it's hard. Like I don't understand. Like stop. I don't whatever. I'm different. I'm going to age with grace, and I hope people that I know do the same. And just accept that you're going to get old and you're going to look. It's cool, man. You made it a lot. You made it in life. You're still alive. You're still here. That age, that number shouldn't be a burden. It should be a blessing, you know. And accept it, man. Yeah, my face looks like this because I'm getting older. Because I've been here. I've done some things. I've experienced life, and my face is a reflection of that, man. That I've been here through all this stuff, and I'm still here, man. I'm growing, and I'm getting old. And, that's just how I feel. That's why I have this podcast. So if you don't feel the same way, comment, please. I have no comments. Nobody comments. If I guess either nobody's listening or they don't care. But whatever. But comment on that. Tell me how you feel about that famous people or just people changing their fucking faces and acting like they friends and people should not supposed to notice. All right. Being talking about the war. Talking about the war when we first started. Do y'all are y'all ready if like especially people in the tri-state area are like am I ready? I always sit there thinking if the bomb comes like if they bomb us like nuclear bomb weapon, are we ready? Am I ready? Like what do I have that I need? What do you I don't know. I don't have a bomb shelter. It's scary to think about, but like Donald Trump says, we have the best military in the world, so I hope they're doing a good job to prevent that from happening. But I always think, am I ready for the bomb? Like, are we ready for the big ass bomb? Anybody in New York City, are you ready for the big ass bomb? And then you survive it, like you see movies and stuff like that. That's the only thing I have to go off of is movies. People start, looting and robbing other people and breaking other people's houses, and people walking around with guns and making mini armies, and I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird to think. It's one of the things you think about, but you don't want to think about. But it's one of those things. Yeah, like I don't have. I'm not a gun guy. I'm honestly not a gun guy. So I have samurai weapons and crossbows and shit like that, but not guns. So I don't know. I'll protect my family as best as I could, and try to survive as best as I could. Um, Canned foods and bottled water. I don't know how my kids would do with the bottled water thing. They open up bottles of water and take 3 sips and leave them laying all around the house. I'm sure anybody with kids has this, but in an apocalyptic situation when water is scarce, are they still gonna do the same things? Are they gonna listen to you when you run? There's bombs are exploding. Move faster, but my feet hurt, my leg hurt, Daddy, I'm tired. Is there a McDonald's over there? Like, how do you? You got to think about that when you have kids. Like, you got I don't know, man. Like, do I start training them now for stuff like that, man? A lot of things to take into account. With this whole bomb situation, or this whole like, if they just, shoot a nuclear missile into the tri-state area, or because if they're gonna, those are the areas that they hit. They say at least that's what the movies always say is New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. That what was that last movie? It was a really good movie. Damn, I can't remember the name of it. But they sent the nuclear weapons to Chicago, and all of a sudden the government, they have a plan. The government has a plan. You see that in every movie. The government always has somewhere some fucking bunker, secret bunker that just opens up all of a sudden that they have files on. If you watch that movie Paradise, if you watch the show Paradise like me, you see the government is already prepared for what the fuck is gonna happen, so they can keep this shit going. But they don't let that shit. You notice they don't address that shit to us. They don't tell us that they have a big ass bunker somewhere that they're gonna take the government and the president and everybody, all the important people, to. So we're just collateral damage. So that's one thing we have to take into fucking consideration. The government is not gonna be here to help us when they shoot that big ass bomb, which is sad but fucking true. They're not. They're not. There's no plan for us. So we have to make our own plan. And that's what I was thinking. Like, do I have a plan? And honestly, I don't. I don't have a plan. I don't. I'm relying on them to solve the problem before it happens, before they shoot something over here. So I don't know, that's something I think about all the time. Thought about it as a child too, but I think about more now because it's now with the ball is in my court. Like when I was a kid and watched all those movies, Terminator and shit like that, the court, it was up to your parents and your elders, to make sure that they have a plan. But I'm pretty sure my parents didn't have a plan. And I'm not saying that they were bad parents, but who plans for that? Something, you know, how do you plan for that exactly? Like I don't know. Maybe if you're a country, I ain't a lot of white people. Yeah, the white people. I'm sure white people have plans. There's, especially the country white people or people that live in like rural areas and like out in the nowhere. They have plans. They have fucking bomb shelters and storm shelters and guns and weapons, and so maybe I guess I can venture out and try to find one of them when everything explodes or whatever. I have a lot of friends that are like that. That maybe I can get up with them and they can help me. I have a lot of friends that are gun people and camping people, and so maybe I can get with them. But for right now, I don't have a plan. I guess that's something I should think about. All right, let's get a lighter side of something. um, my birthday is coming up in April, and as I've gotten older, I see how some people celebrate their birthday and some don't. I'm not saying I don't like enjoy celebrating my birthday. I do. My thing for my birthday is I always, and I've been doing this since I was a child, and I do it every year. I just want a fresh pair of sneakers, a fresh new pair of sneakers, and some good food, a good meal. Um, my family. Um, of what I've added on buying myself a video game, buying myself a new game, and hopefully getting lucky. I'm married, so that's not hard. So but that's basically that's how I like spending my birthday, man. I'm not with the having a big party or going somewhere, a party for me or something like that. 50, I think I want to celebrate 50 with a party. Me and my wife have been talking about that, or a trip. But other than that, I don't want a birthday party at the club. I really don't. I really don't. Um, I just think I'm past that, man. I don't want to be in the club with loud music and sparklers on champagne bottles and dancers or people dancing or you know putting my camera in front of me taking video selfies. So about it's my birthday, it's a real nigga birthday. Nah, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I don't want my face on a flyer of a club for my birthday party. And to each his own. If that's what you want to do, then do it. Just me, I want a simple. I want my kids around somewhere at a restaurant. Um, I mean, it depends on what I'm in the mood for, man. I'll go to a Chinese buffet for my birthday, man. Seriously, like. What last year I went to Texas Roadhouse, which is great for me. I'll go to Cheesecake. I mean, I'm not, I don't know. I don't like to overindulge. I don't know. Just I'm just plain Jane when it comes to my birthday now. When I was younger, yeah, at least I'm trying to have a birthday night and be out in the club, party and dance and stuff like that. Smoke some good stuff, weed, don't get any crazy ideas. Um, drink up, man, drink a bunch, and go home and hung over the next day. That's I used to enjoy celebrating my birthday like that, but now I just want my wife, and good food, fresh pair of kicks, and a new video game. That's those are my birthday wishes every year, but and I'm fine with that, man. That's just as I've gotten older. That's just how I feel. That's celebrating your birthday. Your birthday. It's just I look at other people see to celebrate their birthday. Oh, that's you. I don't know. I'm just past that, man. I'm past that. Yeah, and I don't want to I don't want to celebrate my birthday without my kids. I don't anymore. I want them to be there to celebrate birthday with daddy. It feels it's sort of like not an accomplishment. It just feels like they should be there. I'm there when I celebrate and I'm pretty sure when they get older they're not gonna want to celebrate the birthday with dad. But of course I didn't want when you get older and stuff, like especially teenagers and 20s, then your parents, I mean, I want to hear your voice, Blake, Sasha, Bella, if y'all hear this ever. At least give dad a call, and well, I'll call you on your birthday and let you know. But I'm pretty sure you're not gonna want to party with your parents when you start celebrating your birthdays on your own and everything. But dad is at that point in his life where I don't I just want y'all around and mommy and that's it. I'll have a drink at home when I get home. Yeah, I don't mind that. Especially this year, my birthday's on a Friday. I think I'm gonna have a little drinky drink. Couple of drinks in me. You know, I don't mind that. But going out, like I said, going out and having a party. And being in a club somewhere, being out, I'm past that life. I don't want to do that anymore. um, Another topic that's been on my. I mean, I think I touch on it a lot. Just talking on a couple of episodes of previous of this, but one woman for me is great, and I'm married, of course. Yeah, one woman, but it just sounds crazy to try and cheat. And this is why I say it. You you got married because you chose that one woman, and I try to it's you try to abide by that to keep that and you married her because you only want that one woman. So to me, to go out and cheat is crazy. It's just I don't know. Again, it's another to each his own. Some people have different reasons for why they cheat and why they have side chicks and everything. I just think that's crazy. Like I I'm a one woman guy, and it's been very easy to keep it to be a one woman guy because I found a great woman, and it's easy to be good and be great and be a good husband to one woman, especially this woman. She's amazing. So it'd be dumb of me to go and cheat and lose all of that for you know for nothing. It would be dumb and stupid. You don't think about it, but you cheat on somebody and it's disrespectful to them. You lose. You're liable to lose everything. I'm not just talking about material things. It's about like your life, like your children, and the respect that you and your wife had between each other, and feelings get hurt. And it's just a dirty, dirty situation, man. And just, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the greatest person in the world, but I feel that the respect that I have for my wife, I just feel like cheating and having more than one woman as a married person is not not the life I want to live. So I you know I keep it whatever. I guess um Bill Cosby. Not in that sense. I'm saying like the Huxtables, they're married. They have a very happy marriage and kids, and I just like I think that's gangster to me. Having one woman and loving that woman for the rest of your life. That's player. That's player shit to me. Is that not being out in the streets as a married person? Um, that's just I don't know. It's weird if you married and you out at a club trying to holler at women. But there's women that go for it. I mean, there's women that mess with married men and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't want to be in that whole mess, especially watching movies and looking at the internet, and TikTok will have you watching shit, look at this shit like damn, like and it just the internet period, but like social media just have you looking at stuff like whoa, like wow. I don't you and it's entertaining to look at those situations, but I don't want to be in the situations. That's not entertaining. That shit looks wild, and I don't want to. I don't want to be there. I don't want to. I don't want to be on that in that in that realm. I'd rather watch people act it out and do it on TV as to be actually being in that situation, because that shit does not look fun at all. None of that shit. None of it. And some of that shit ends in violence. You see a lot of those fucking shows. This ain't just black people. This white people. Everybody just murdering people and killing and arguing over children and stuff like that. It just doesn't. It just needs it doesn't. I don't know. That's so why I'm so glad. And people, I know people have. I always say this. I don't like to say it a lot. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm so glad I don't have any baby mamas. I have a wife that is the mother of my children. Um, so I don't have to deal with all the baby and this daddy. I don't know, it's baby mama and baby father drama. It's all drama on each side, and I'm glad I don't have to deal with any of that because that looks crazy. And people, you get on Facebook and tell you all about their baby mama, baby father situation, and some of that shit you just be like, I'm so glad I'm not in that situation. uh, if I want to see my kids and buy my kids stuff and I could just go to their room, wake them up, and say, "Come on." So, God bless my God bless my wife, God bless my kids, and God bless my marriage. So another, what did I want? All right, black women and black men these days. And I'm not pointing at any generation specifically, specifically, not specifically. You try to get me with the grammar police. I know how to pronounce the word. But some of us, man, need to get our priorities. Not our priority. I'm not gonna say our priorities. Get our shit, because some of the stuff that we do now on the internet and just put out there is crazy to me, and that shit is the norm. I'm talking about from like the guys getting on men on social media, on just on the internet period, doing crazy shit, man. Just like, I don't know, man. It's different levels of ignorance. It seems like black guys, black dudes. I think getting on the internet posing with guns is fucking dumb. Getting on the internet, people been getting on the internet posing with money. You always thought that was stupid, but whatever. But some of us, the way we act on the internet, some of us guys, man, we need, black men especially, man, we need to pull it back a little bit, man, and act a little bit more respectfully. I want to say, I don't know, less ignorant. We have had our ignorant, dudes, but just we need to pull it back a little, man. A lot of shit I see us doing on the internet, man, is not cool at all, man. It's not, and we need to try to be role models for these babies, man, for role models for these kids that we have, because they see that and they see that shit is cool, and they gonna keep doing the same things because they see their daddies doing it. And the same with the parents too, the mothers, man. Y'all need, some of y'all need to be in the house and put put some clothes on, man. Stop shaking your ass and twerking everywhere, man. Yeah, I said it, but some of y'all, don't. It's not a need to do that shit everywhere. It's not. Is not. And I understand having fun. I'm not knocking you, having fun, but there's more to you than that. I know you see your favorite um stars doing it. Cardi will get out and twerk, and stuff like that, and whatever. But I mean, she gets paid to do it. I mean, that's her. That's her personality. I understand. Well, I'm just having fun. All right, but it doesn't always have to be done, man. There's certain times when you can just not do that. You know, and just think about the little girls ahead of you, that you or your daughters, that have to, that wanna, that don't have to see that, because that's, especially people that aren't famous, like, you do that and your daughter sees it and think that's okay and everything. I mean, like I said, it's just, let's tone it down a little bit, man. Let's party when we have to, and be respectful, and I guess mothers, and when we have to, let's try to separate the two. We can have fun and party. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with partying with, but it doesn't have to always be like that all the time. Let's show our daughters and our kids that we can be respectful, and we can look like, a race of people that are, we can not be on the Carnival Cruises extra, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong being on a Carnival cruise, being extra. I'm just saying, we can be extra but also be respectful and look like, we're having a good time, but we're still a decent people, a decent race of people, um I hope that would resonates with somebody. And all I want to touch on all these terrorist attacks on American soil. I'm not saying there's a lot of them, but they tried to run, somebody ran a Jewish into a synagogue. Ran a, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. They tried to run a car into a synagogue a couple of weeks last week and everything. That was sucks. We need to stop doing shit like that. Um, I don't know, man. Domestic terrorism to me is crazy. Um, I mean, they do that in other countries. Let's not, you know, add on to the trend of that. Let's not do that shit here, man. Especially against our own. I think it's crazy, and I know stuff happens to black people, but I think anti-Semitism is um cruel. Just like black people, Jewish people have their history have been through a lot, and I just hate that's they do still do stuff like that to Jewish people, and then They tried to throw a bomb in front of the I guess the mayor's mansion in Stone Gracie Mansion last week. Um, I don't know if that was anti-Semitism or not. It's just domestic terrorism is what I'm speaking of. I don't think that's cool at all. Um, at the end of the day, we're still all live in the same country, and as hard as it is with racism and stuff like that, and the guy that we have in power running shit, it's just hard to I guess connect and be nice and be as a good human being, man. And there's a whole lot of influences around us that tries to you know step in things situations that make us not want to be a decent human being. Just if we start just treating each other, man, with kindness and respect, and just respect other people's races, respect other people's cultures, and um try to be the good person. That's all. That's all we can do, man. At the end of the day, man, is just try to be good people. That's mm, I guess that's one of the is that the golden rule: do unto others as they would do unto you. It's hard to live by. It's hard, but I think if enough people start doing it, you know, then we can get somewhere as a country. You know, it's rough though. It's rough because you got a lot of people that are influenced by the orange guy, and um it's gonna be rough, and there's some dark times right now, man. But I don't know. I've seen us get through worse, right? So hopefully all this shit will pass and we get to being humans and having fun again, man. Because at the end of the day, man, that's what it is. Just love your family, live your life, and try to enjoy this shit as much as you can, man, without the distractions and the craziness that goes on all around us. So I'm not trying to end on a somber note. I'm sorry. Um, and I know I just said respect other. This I'm not trying to contradict myself, but it's just how I feel. Right? It's just this is it's probably a big contradiction, but I don't know. Just on Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day, and I think it's cool to to celebrate other people's cultures and like St. Patrick's Day, and but I feel people only try to celebrate the cool ones, like they'll involve themselves in St. Patty's Day. Non-Irish people, I'm saying everybody that's non-Irish, because everybody's not fucking Irish. Let's get that. So it doesn't have to be just black people doing it, Hispanic. Everybody's not Irish. Irish people are Irish. So what I'm saying is, like, people, oh, it's St. Patty's Day, wear green, get drunk, whatever, like that. And I feel like people pick and choose which to try to celebrate other people's cultures. They pick St. Patty's Day because you can get drunk, you can drink a lot, and I have to look it up. I don't know the reason behind that though, but whatever. But I just feel like people pick and choose. Like Cinco de Mayo is coming up. People pick and celebrate Cinco de Mayo, but didn't want to disrespect Hispanic people. That whole Super Bowl shit was crazy. But y'all motherfuckers are gonna go out and try to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And it wasn't just white people. There was some black people saying stuff about that halftime show, saying they couldn't understand or whatever. This blah 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 blah. Why can't it be like this? It was a few of y'all. So I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna celebrate other people's cultures, um, do them all. Like, we have Kwanzaa. I've never celebrated Kwanzaa as a black person. I'm not gonna lie. But celebrate Kwanzaa. Respect Juneteenth when it comes up. Don't just pick and choose which ones you're gonna do because of the activities involved. You know what I mean? Um, I hope that resonated with anybody. If not, whatever. But all right. That's all I have on the mind. From the Him From There show. This episode. Episodes will be up because shit happens every day, and I want to talk about it and talk about it with you. Again, you can check us out, check me out on Spotify podcast, Apple Music podcast. You can check me out on my YouTube page under Him From There. The Him From There show. I'm constantly promoting the show on Facebook, so you can click the link on Facebook. Whatever it is, under Spotify, under Apple Music. I'll hit a screenshot of all the other platforms you can find me on those. So just listen, and also I'm gonna have guests soon, As soon as I can get somebody to sit down for at least 30, 45 minutes of their time and talk to me about stuff. I have a few people in mind. Haven't asked them yet, but hopefully they'll agree and sit down and chat with me about whatever topic I asked them to chat with me with. But thank you y'all for if you all have been listening, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the time. I appreciate you stopping your day and or sharing your lunchtime with me or your break time or whatever you're doing, breastfeeding. I don't know, whatever. I don't know, walking to work, whatever. You're on your way, you commute, whatever. I'm glad you tuning in and listening, and I appreciate you people. Thanks a lot. I'll holla.